Welcome back, guys, to the EWG League tonight. I'm going to be your host, your caster for the evening. My name's Clam, or Calamity, Clam for short. We should have another banger match for tonight. We got Minnesota Divinity going up against the Cabal Misfits tonight, and it should be a good one. My homie, my fellow caster Trevor is going to be playing in this match. I'm excited to see what he shows me. He's playing for the Cabal guys tonight, and it should be a good one. I don't know too much about either of these teams other than I've casted with Trevor before, but we'll take a look at the maps and modes tonight. We got a decent map set on our hands. It's going to be a Hacienda Hardpoint to start things off, followed by a Dealership SND, and then Vault Control, the first three, rounding it out. Then if we need some extended maps, we're going to be on that Rewind Hardpoint map number 4. And then finally, if we go the distance, it's going to be another Hacienda, but this time it's going to be SND map number 5. I'm curious if we even reach there. I guess we'll find out here soon enough. And, you know, honestly, this map set kind of favors, I think, you know, the team with more of the fundamentals, especially in that first hardpoint, that Hacienda. The rotations are everything. But then, I mean, after that first map, it's kind of a complete switch up in the pace. It goes from kind of a slow fundamental series in that Hacienda to kind of a bang out in Dealership and then also Vault in the next 2. So kind of a switch up in the pace. I'm looking to see who makes the adjustments on those 2 maps the best. And then if we do end up getting those extended maps and the end of the series, it's going to be another Rewind and another Hacienda. So we go from kind of a slow pace start to kind of ramping things up in the speed and then slowing it back down and more fundamental play toward the end of it. Really curious to see who on each side makes the adjustments mid-series, or if there even needs to be. We'll see if either of the teams start off hot here. Let's go on board with the rosters. For Minnesota Divinity, we got JT, Megatron, Josh, and I Crazy Native tonight for the Minnesota Divinity, excuse me. Can't say my words right tonight. And like I said, I don't know these guys personally, but I'm curious to see what they have in store for me. I don't know if anybody in chat knows, but we'll see. I mean, we got some Minnesota Divinity fans in the chat, I can already see. So we'll, you know, we'll see if you guys' roster impresses me tonight, or if Cabal Misfits come out and, you know, show me something. I mean, on the side of Cabal, you got Trevor, you got John Wicked, and I think it's Bakes. I'm not sure how to say that or pronounce that. I've been trying to figure that out all day, and I still can't pronounce that. But and then Cryptic Cod, rounding out the Cabal Misfits roster. And, you know, Trevor, like I said before, the only one I really know on this roster, but I haven't really seen him play COD yet. So I'm curious to see, you know, what he's going to be giving me in this series. You know, shout out Trevor, my fellow caster. I hope you do well tonight. Show out for your boy, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, he's going to be casting with me tomorrow as well, I believe, in the first, I believe it's the first ever EWG LAN as well. So I'm looking forward to casting with him tomorrow. We'll see if, you know, he's going to go to bed sad or happy tonight. I guess we'll find out. Looks like these players are still setting up the lobby, so we're going to have a little bit more time to kill here. But, I mean, yeah, I'm just hoping to see some good COD tonight. We'll see. I guess they're waiting for approval for a last-minute substitute, maybe? I'm checking the DMs right now, chat. Let me see real quick what is going on, because that might be coming into play here. I'm not sure. Not sure, maybe an emergency sub for one of their players. We'll find out here as I get some further clarification shortly. But for now, I guess we're going to chill and wait. How you guys doing, chat? How's everybody feeling tonight? I had a pretty great morning, honestly. I'm feeling hyped up, feeling great. Feeling excited for this weekend, honestly, you know. Finally getting to cast the LAN, you know, it's been a while. You know, for me casting now, so this is going to be my first LAN matchup to this weekend. I'm hopeful. Hopefully, we get to see some good Call of Duty action. You know, always a plus when I get to see some high octane Call of Duty. You know what I mean? So we'll see if we'll see tomorrow if we have some good matches. I actually don't know what matches I'm casting yet. I think I'm casting sort of. I'm not sure what I'm scheduled for yet. I think I saw maybe in the morning. I'm not sure, but that should be on the main EWG channel. I believe so, at least. And, you know, yeah, should be a good event. Hopefully, you know, I'm crossing my fingers. No problems with either Codcaster or any of the production on the back end. You know, hopefully all the problems are just dissipate. But, I mean, that's not realistic. So hopefully we can deal with the problems, I guess, tomorrow and throughout the whole weekend, really. It's should be interesting. Let's put it that way. Oh, Alyssa, thanks you for the follow. I appreciate it. And I might send us to a quick little break because I think the players are still trying to get confirmation on their substitute right now. So I may have jumped the gun with starting the stream a little bit here, but hopefully things get resolved here soon. Yeah, JTAC, thanks for the follow as well. I appreciate you guys coming out, showing up, showing support. Let me see if I can. Let me see what's going on. I don't really know, because it's not really something I can help with, so let me Let me see if there's anything I can do personally. I don't think I can. Nothing I can really do in this situation. I'm just kind of waiting for them to get approved on their substitute right now. So I'm going to throw us to a quick break. We'll be back in a little bit. You know, it might be, I'm not sure how long it's going to be. This is one of those times I'm not really sure what's going to happen here, but I'm hopeful that something's going to get resolved soon, because I don't want to wait around too long. But in the meantime, guys, we'll be back. I'm going to send you to some clips.
Doesn't get spotted out by Decent, just holding that angle from the back. Jojo looking to clutch this up in the 1v2, but can he do it? Your McDaddy does get spotted out. Cabal comes in, and again, I do believe Havoc Elite Legends are gonna close us out here, as they have control of the P4 and the close-up spawns. A contest does come in, the Titan gonna be ticking, and these kills have to happen into the bottom of map now, and it goes back in favor of the side of Big Max, a very back and forth hill so far. The kills not going their way if you're Havoc Elite Legends. This is looking too close to call here from me and Spyro. It is very back and forth right now, as I do believe
Big Max, they got it. They did it.
They closed it out. Oh my goodness gracious.
Coming in, will you read it out for me? Able to take down Vestal, so a 2v4 just like that. Daddy realizing that he's getting on both sides. Oh no, and Vestal going to be assassinated in the corner. Will be the side of EWG Academy, winning round number 4.
At least buy Vestal dinner first. Good lord. That's just common courtesy, right?
It has to be. It's not even. Never mind, but my goodness, EWG Academy feeling confident. They are going to win this series.
Yeah, Army here, he decides he's going to take him hostage. He's going to show him the brick wall. Nothing PG-13 related happening here. And
rest of this B3 time, you will have Ren early rotated, able to take down one, and might get traded out here. Will be on the chase. And Ren, so sneaky, so slippery, going to be going back. A double for Ren. You can't kill this man. He is just being a nuisance. Make it a triple for Ren. The time secured for the side of Amplify. And he is like a phantom menace. You just lose him, and he becomes the biggest thorn in your side. Continues to fry, looking for more. Just going to try and play his life. Make it another for Ren on the 5 spree. Make it a 6 in a row for Ren. Make it a 7 spree for Ren. And the win going the way of Amplify Black on this map number 1. My goodness.
Jake Pancake wipes that idea out as another kill for him, as he's absolutely popping off. Howzy again doing work into the front of sight, and I do believe it is too much here for the side of CCG Red to try to get this one. But again, it's just a contest, and they need to try to get these kills. But Jake Pancake with a 3-piece to close us out, I do believe, and that's gonna do that for us. Team Reapers absolutely. Doesn't get spotted out by Decent, just holding that angle from the back. Jojo looking to clutch this up in the 1v2, but can he do it? Your McDaddy does get spotted out. Cabal comes in, and again, I do believe Havoc Elite Legends are gonna close us out here, as they have control of the P4 and the close-up spawn. A contest does come in, the Titan gonna be ticking, and these kills have to happen into the bottom of map now, and it goes back in favor of the side of Big Max, a very back and forth hill so far. The kills not going their way if you're Havoc Elite Legends. This is looking too close to call here from me and Spyro. It is very back and forth right now, as I do believe
Big Max, they got it. They did it.
They closed it out. Oh my goodness gracious.
Now, he's going to be coming in. Will you read it out for me? Able to take down Vestal, so a 2v4 just like that. Daddy realizing that he's getting on both sides. Oh no, and Vestal going to be assassinated in the corner. Will be the side of EWG Academy, winning round number 4.
At least buy Vestal dinner first. Good lord. That's just common courtesy, right?
It has to be. Go grab him some dinner. It's not even, I know it's dinner time, never mind, but my goodness, EWG Academy feeling confident, feeling like they are going to win this series.
Yeah, farming here. He decides he's going to take him hostage. He's going to show him the brick wall. Nothing PG-13 related happening here. And
Rest of this B3 time, you will have Ren early rotated, able to take down one, might get traded out here, will be on the chase. And Ren, so sneaky, so slippery, gonna be going back, a double for Ren. You can't kill this man. He is just being a nuisance. Make it a triple for Ren. The time secured for the side of Amplify. He is like a phantom menace. You just lose him and he becomes the biggest thorn in your side. Continues to fry, looking for more. Just gonna try and play his life. Make it another for Ren on the 5 spree. Make it a 6 in a row for Ren. Make it a 7 spree for Ren. And the win going the way of Amplified Black on this map number 1. My goodness.
Jake Pancake buys that idea out as another kill for him as he is absolutely popping off. Howsy again doing work into the front of sight, and I do believe it is too much here for the side of PPG Red to try to get this one, but again it's just a contest and they need to try to get these kills, but Jake Pancake with a 3-piece to close us out, I do believe, and that's gonna do that for us. Team Reapers absolutely
All right, I'm going to bring you guys back to me because I know there's only so many of those loops of clips you guys can watch at a time. But I think we're finally about to get started here. They're going to get their 4th in the lobby as well, and we're about good here to start. So, I mean, we got Minnesota Divinity against the Cabal Misfits. We'll see if they can come out with the W tonight. You know, I'm curious. Both of these teams, I believe, have not played yet either. So this is, I believe, the first time that each of these teams are going to be squaring off here. We'll see, you know, what they have in store for me in particular. We'll see if they're going to show me something nice or if they're going to, you know, maybe fall a little bit. We'll find out here in a second, because it's going to be Hacienda map number 1. And like I was saying in the pregame, guys, this is one of those fundamental maps you definitely have to rotate on. You definitely have to play correct as a team, as a unit. And, you know, obviously the slaying has to be there as well. So we'll see, you know, which team comes out firing on all cylinders first. This is definitely a map where you can kind of put opponents in a blender if you're not careful. And it looks like we're going to be ending the game. Unfortunate. Just when I thought we were going to get started. Oh, my goodness. Unfortunate, guys. And it looks like all the teams are jumbled up. A jumbled up mess here. Oh, they put it on CDL rules, so you can't change teams, apparently. I didn't even know that. Okay, that's interesting. So you have to put it on normal rules. Wow, this LAN is going to go insane on the back end, let me tell you. If you can't even run CDL rules, I'm learning some stuff tonight. Hey, Ario. How you doing? Cast, well, we haven't really started yet, technically, so, I mean, tell you when it's over, I guess. But, I mean, so far it's been kind of delayed a little bit, which is okay. It's not too bad. Just needed an emergency sub, I believe. Or maybe not an emergency sub, but just needed approved of a player that was supposed to be on the roster already, but just never got approved for some reason. I don't know. Either way, I digress. It's been good so far. I haven't had to do anything yet. I'm just sitting here looking pretty, you know what I mean? We'll see what happens here as we wait on these players to figure out the lobby. Yeah, it looks like they're going to be getting things sorted here with the rules, but yeah, I don't know. How you doing, Ario? Also, Ario, there's a 30-second delay in anybody else in chat, so a little bit of delay going on. It's kind of, I guess, I understand for competitive integrity, it makes it a little bit harder to interact with chat and whatnot, you guys, so it is what it is, but we're going to sit, we're going to chill, we're going to wait, and hopefully we can get the lobby started here in a second. I mean, I usually do predictions, but it's kind of hard to do predictions of teams you've never seen play before. So, you know, predictions for me, man, it's gonna be tough. I'm not sure. I really don't know for this match who's going to win. I kind of want my boy Trevor to win. You know, I might be a little biased, but, you know, caster bias coming out. But I don't know if they're going to win. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where I have no idea what to expect, right? Yeah, screw it. I'll say 3-2 for Cabal tonight, just because my homie Trevor. But it could be anybody's. This is just kind of a... I have no idea. Maybe if I watched some of their VOD back, I'd have a better understanding. But we'll see. I mean, it's map number 1 for me. Not just for the teams, but for me, for the eye test, is going to be really important to determine, you know, the rest of the series for me and what my, you know, initial thoughts are of the players themselves to you know, have a better understanding of the, you know, what they're capable of and, you know, an accurate, you know, assessment of kind of like the eye test, their skill, their movement, their kind of teamwork, you know. We'll see if they show me something. Oh, nice, Area. Congrats, man. Eating your free time, nice. Well, enjoy your lunch break or dinner break or whatever time you're at right now. As it looks like, I believe, oh no, the teams are still messed up. Hopefully we'll get loaded in here soon, guys. This is, I should have waited to start my stream for a while. I kind of had a feeling this was going to happen because the teams weren't quite ready yet when I started the stream. And I usually try and start it a little bit early so, you know, I can have a little bit of starting time to talk about the match and the maps and all that, the rosters and all sorts of things, but it becomes tedious after a little bit. So it looks like we are loading on into Hardpoint yet again on Hacienda. Second time's the charm. We'll see if they got the rules right. Hopefully they do. But we'll find out here shortly. And I think, yeah, for me, oh, they're right away in it. No chit chat, no time to talk, guys. And it looks like the teams are still mixed up. Hopefully they can get things sorted quickly here. Oh my god. Come on, guys. Come on. Oh my god. Oh. And alas, another restart. That's what I get for being hopeful. Well, while we get, you know, the lobby set up, I shouldn't have said second time's the charm. I just jinxed it right there. While we get this lobby set up for the third time, and hopefully the last time, I mean, I guess, I don't even remember. I forgot what I was just saying. I lost my train of thought because I thought we were going to start. I was talking about something. Congrats, Area. That's what I was saying. Congrats, man. Something like that. I'm sorry, chat. I hate when this kind of stuff happens. Delays are not fun for anybody. And I guess I could throw us to another break, but at this point, it's I'm pretty sure they should be starting it here. I guess we'll find out here in a second. I think they're switching host, actually, maybe. I'm not sure what's happening. Oh, boy. Let me help these guys out, because they seem lost in knowing what to do right now. Disc. I wasn't even going to do a cast today, guys. And here we are. All is not good in the hood, I fear. Yeah, looks like they're remaking the lobby. Oh, man. And I hopefully, you know, fingers crossed that this is going to be the last time that we have to, last time that we have to do this. Hopefully the teams are on the right side. A lot of console players in this lobby. Quite a few, actually. Ow, my knee. Oh, my knee. Just hit my knee. Ah. I actually don't know why chat isn't staying on the screen. Is because I keep switching between things. That might be why. I'm not sure. I'm figuring it out as I go along, just like everybody else. I think we are finally. Maybe I need to do it with two hands. Let me pray too. I think we're finally about to get things started. Third time's the charm. We'll see if the teams. I hope the teams are at least right after all is said and done. I mean, I set them up right. It just really depends on if the game cooperates with me or not. Let's load on in. Hacienda. See if hopefully the teams are on the right side. Lord, I pray. And it looks like, I believe they are. Ball against Minnesota right now. What do they have in store for us? Let's go on board with Josh. It's going to be number 2 on your screen. SMG in hand. Is going to be challenged. Top open right now. 2 players to find. He's going to get tags in to back down. Smart back down from him. So he's going to get overwhelmed here in a second. Nades coming out. Going to land as well. And the rest of Cabal are here in tow. Trades on trades on trades. I'm thinking is it lagging for everybody else too? Just me? I don't know what's going on. Apologies, guys. I'm not sure if the game is lagging or what's going on, but it's a little bit choppy for me. But so far, so good. For Minnesota Divinity, get some good trades off the opening, and they're going to maintain spawns for now. Just as I say that, though, looks like 4 spawns out. A good route from Tribber all the way in the back right now, just anchoring these P2 spawns. Megatron on a good start as well. 4 for him in the feed as he's going to fall. So Tribber. Route man gets paid, holding the overextension, but he might get terrible timing. Doesn't seem to matter, though. He stands tall. Kills Josh in the feed. And he's looking for more. Double for Trivor. Man with a plan. Blocking those spawns is going to be collapsed on, though. Unfortunate for him. He was doing a great job anchoring, but that's going to net Cabal Misfits this early. 20 seconds or so here, but the spawns are in. For the side of Minnesota, what can they do with it? So far, Bakes does basics. I don't know how to say your name still, but he gets a 2-piece in the feed. I think it's Bakes. I'm just gonna go with that until I figure out what his actual name is. But I think that's right for now. Ball re-break on in though. Megatron last alive in the back. It's gonna spawn 1 teammate here, and that's about it. The pinch is on though from the other side. Crazy Native gets some incredible team shots through the wall though. The wall bangs are good enough. That's gonna be 1 down. Make it 2 as the 3rd one falls as well. Trevor, the only one that spawns in the back for now, but his teammate actually spawns on top of him. I thought 2 maybe was going to be the one to block for Minnesota, but fortunately for them, they're going to force them in the back and a good break to find. It's just number 7 on rotation for now. Josh, can you find this player in 10? It's going to be Bakes again, playing his life so patiently right now. He's going to get 1. No, he's taken down. Would have liked to have that one back, but it doesn't matter so far. Cabal breaking on in. 3 for them. Minnesota Divinity do have the favored spawns right now, but they're going to have to work for it as Cryptic gets terrible timing, and Josh breaks on in with relative ease, sub in hand, and he's going to take that initiative. Soaking for now. JT pushing up outer fence. What do you have in store? Nobody's actually going to be home. JT might have a great pinch here, but Bakes is kind of reading this player. What does the timing look like right now? AR is going to slide, and he wins that against the SMG somehow. Nice win from him, and that should secure Cabal. There's 20 or so seconds, but it looks like Minnesota potentially trying to break for this 10, but they will elect to drop this hill and rotate. That's probably the smarter play. Number 8 gets terrible timing top mid, but it doesn't matter because he's going to get on through. Doesn't seem to matter for Josh, though, as he was ripping and rolling. Trivor with 2, though. On a 4 spree. 12 and 6 from him. Great start from Trivor. Having a map. And that's going to net Cabal. Another early 20. How many times am I going to say that? This game, the rotations have been stellar. Crazy Native. Gonna get 1. Combination with Megatron. What does this break look like? All 4 players from Minnesota Divinity are going to be shot in the back for a second. Nice pinch from bottom line. That's not going to give them a break. It's 2 for Bakes right there. Great break from him. Or I should say hold. Great hold from him. 2-piece in the feed. John Wick doing what he can as well with another 2 from him. And this Rock Hill has been stellar hold so far from Cabal. This is going to extend their lead to about a 50-point advantage as we go into our second rotation of hills here. Trevor trying to push on out, but he's going to get collapsed on. The rest of Minnesota just doing what they can to hold him in and doing a good job so far. So now, the overextension from Bakes. Is it going to get red here from number 1? It looks like it is, but it doesn't matter because Bakes with the gunny. And the movement's going to secure that one. So now, he's through the bottom. This is going to be a thorn in their side, but it looks like he's going to play Hill for now. Would have liked to maybe see him play his life there, but he's going to get taken down. So now, Trevor has an important 1v1 up top right now, but he's going to get shot in the side. Timing does not work in his favor. That's going to go blue time for now as Divinity doing a good job on this rebreak. They're going to maintain spawns and be soaking this P1 time for now. Josh with the shots, but not quite enough to connect and get the kill there. I mean, Megatron on the rotation, tag down to 30. He might get 1 for free here. Get so many tags in both the players. I don't know how he didn't get either of those there. Unfortunate from him. He should have had a double kill potentially there, but just gets shut down. And that could have been a saving grace for Minnesota now. It's really up to number 2 on this overextension. It's going to be Josh yet again, the route man from the last P1 as well. He gets taken down, so Cabal doing a great job getting this initial time on these rotations. And I mean, you know, you heard me say it before the broadcast started. Rotations on Hacienda, the name of the game. Cabal showing why, as they're going to double up their advantage right now. 75-point lead for Cabal right now. Minnesota, they get one on the side door. Can they make it a second? And no, they're shut down. So this is going to be a push from the front. Desperate attempt for them to try and get some time. Crazy Native gets 1, but he can't get a second one. And Cabal, they've held strong so far on almost every hard point we've had since the start of the game. If they've rotated first, they've held the majority of the time. Now ball's in Minnesota's court right now. They're going to break on in, but that's only 10 seconds for them to collect here. Whoa, I'm lagging. Not sure what's going on with the game right now, but we'll see if Minnesota have anything to say about it on this rotation. They're here. They have members to contend with, and that's going to be John Wick shooting a player in the back. Gets a teammate to help him. But Josh is in over the top. Can he get a second one? And he will. Mixie P3 right now. We'll see if these players get any sort of semblance of map control. And that should do it just about for now. But Trevor, excuse me, that's actually John Wick all the way top plat. Gets a timing on the player mid, but it doesn't matter. Shut down in his tracks. But the pinch is on in. John Wick spawns in the back. Are they going to read it? As all the pressure is from fence, but John Wick shoots too early. That might give away his positioning. But he's going to stay alive for now. Waiting for his teammates, and the collapse is on in. Great job from John Wick to wait for his teammates to reinforce there. The timing worked out in their favor, but he capitalized on it anyway. And now rotations are on for this Rock Hill. Trevor and Co. They're here first. Trevor's going to get a double kill on rotation. Having a great map as well. 20 and 15, a minute and 20 seconds on the hill. As the lead, now 80 points. Make it 90. And Minnesota defending do anything right now as they've been getting shut down on every single attempt at this Rock Hill this game. But it looks like the collapse is on in. Nice route from Josh is going to get them that break. And now for the first time in this game, Divinity, they have control of this Rock Hill, but can they hold on? Josh for another one on a 2 spree. Can he make it a 3? And he will. He gets a 3rd one as well. Now just Cryptic left last alive in mid. He's going to lose it. Oh my. Some sloppy shots from Josh almost gave him the opportunity, but Josh having a great life right now, helping out his team, getting them some much needed time late in this game. See if they can do anything in transition toward this P1 now. They clawed their way back on this P4, and Josh is still ripping and rolling on this hard point. He's not done. On a 4 spree, just dancing on this hill, but he finally gets taken down. But almost all of that P4 time went Minnesota Divinity's way. I mean, basically, for free on that overextension from Josh. And now they're soaking on this P1. And they're starting to win some important gunfights right now. Megatron turning up 21 and 16. Ignore the top left on the scoreboard right now. But the Cabal do break on in this P1, and they still are only 30 seconds away from winning this map right now. Cryptic gets 1. Not a second one, though. What can Bakes do? Is he going to get taken down instantly? And That's 3 dead in the feed. Just John Wick left last alive, but his teammates are still spawning on him. They got to be careful to not flip here. They can't afford to give them this P2 and a lifeline back into this game. Looks like they're holding strong for now. Trevor going to be contesting ult. He gets one, but he has a player right behind him. He's not going to read it, but this is just Josh, the lone member from Minnesota, trying to overextend into the point. He's going to have members all around him to deal with. One in the front, one in the side, one in the back. But he's dipping and dodging. He gets through somehow, unscathed, undetected, and he gets a 2-piece. Can he make it a 3rd? And he will. Josh turning up late in this game. He's been the route man. He's been the catalyst for Minnesota Divinity, and he's showing us why. Now the deficit cut to 60. Can they hold on to this P2 and extend this reign that they've had so far? But no sir, until Megatron chimes in with a double as well. But just like that, just kidding. Actually, the break is still on through. It's Crazy Native, but he will finally get taken down. And Cabal, they can still win it on this hill. Minnesota, they have to break on in. Trevor doing what he can to get shots over the top as he gets taken down. A nice hit from side door. Is it going to be enough, though? They're going to be running out of members in the feed, but that's going to be 4 dead for Cabal. And now, Minnesota, they've done just enough on this rotation. Cabal cannot win it here. They have to rotate to this next hill. This is going to have to be a perfect setup for this hill and the next one. But Cabal are in. 13 seconds for the win. See if they can hold on. It looks like they've done a good job so far. Only 10 seconds. As Bakes is soaking on through. The spawns are going to flip, and that's not good. Minnesota Divinity, 5 seconds, and they can't even touch the time. The spawn kills are coming through. Cabal takes map number 1. But it did get kind of close there toward the end. Minnesota were starting to heat up at the very end of that game. And I mean, a good map all around. I mean, Josh, for me, the MVP for Minnesota, just doing everything he could on those rotations to try and claim victory for his squadron, but it wasn't quite enough. As Minnesota will fall on map number 1. Good game. Good map from Cabal there. They're going to win, you know? Sort of a comfortable game, but I mean, you probably, if you're thinking, if you're Cabal in this map, if you're the side of the Misfits, you're thinking you probably could have won that a lot longer ago with the huge lead, the enormous lead that you had in that match, or in that map, excuse me. You know, they kind of let Minnesota claw their way back into it toward the end, so, you know, that momentum going into map 2, is that going to be a factor now? SND, a completely different beast, though. We'll see if it really, you know, maintains and has any sort of implication toward this map. It might not, but sometimes it can. Sometimes you're a little cold coming out in the hard point. You get put in a deficit. You get put in a blender early. You can definitely come out after you're warmed up in the SND and absolutely fry. Seen it happen time and time again. Now we'll see if that's the case for Minnesota now, as it's going to be a dealership as well. Let's pull up the maps real quick for you guys. This is a, you know, not a SND you see you know, a ton. Typically, it definitely gets vetoed a decent amount, but, you know, the fact that there's a lot of maps on SND in the pool now makes it so the dealership can squeak through if teams elect to pick it. And I believe this was, if I'm not mistaken, actually, I can actually look at the vetoes real quick because I'm in the chat. Let me check real quick because I do not remember. Let me see who vetoed this or picked this map. Excuse me. Okay, so this was Minnesota's map pick. So the fact that this is Minnesota's map pick might bode well for you here, especially after losing a Hacienda in a decently convincing fashion. We'll see if they're up for the challenge, but I mean, you know, dealership's definitely a map where there's a ton of cheese, ton of explosions, a lot of car bombs. I particularly don't like this map very much as an AR player myself. It's kind of a sub-paradise map, except for maybe the cars on A. You can kind of run around, get lost, kind of do a lot of different pushes. I typically don't like going to A whatsoever, but I mean, you know, it is what it is. It's cars are on the map for a reason. It looks like they're going to keep host. And I'm not sure. I believe they're still going to be on Team 1 for the side of Minnesota, so hopefully they don't change teams on me. We'll find out here in a second, but teams should be right, you know, barring some crazy changes. Just waiting, guys, for them to set up the rules. I think they have to do them manually every time now because CDL won't I don't know if CDL won't work or something is wrong with CDL, but it just this team changing thing mid game. So I'm not sure if they're doing that right now. But regardless, we're gonna be loading on here in a minute. It looks like they're getting confirmation right now. So I mean, yeah, my expectations. Can you explain their loadouts? It's just CDL classes, Aerial. So for the competitive, if I guess you haven't really watched competitive COD, there's really only like 2 guns you typically run in Call of Duty. There's subs and ARs, and usually there's the pros and competitors. They typically pick the best ones. So usually the ARs run the best AR, which is the AMES. That's the one with the red dot on it. And the Jackal is the sub, the one with the iron sight. That's the one where you can get aggressive with and close quarters and all that. It's not manual, but there's other ones, but they're just not as good. Oh, you meant the rules. Yeah, the manual rules thing is lame for sure. I don't know if that's actually what they're doing right now or not, but yeah, I don't know. There's a lot I don't know about what's going on. But yeah, if you're new to Call of Duty, that's typically what happens. And everybody gets a nade and a stun, all that jazz. But it looks like we are loading into map number 2. We'll see, hopefully, if they are on the right teams. Hopefully they can switch in time. Please, fingers crossed. Switch. Yes, looks like they are right. Thank goodness. And the teams are right top as well, so thank God for that. I don't know how much I could have dealt with that. Megatron getting aggressive. Actually, a team nade, I think, came out. It doesn't matter, though. Damage is done. Megatron gets a 2-piece in the round. We'll see if Cabal can do anything on this retake. Cryptic going through the back, or the side door, excuse me. And John Wick going all the way around the map. This is a long route, but it's going to be watched on the overextension. And now John Wick spotted. He's in a tough spot. Do you commit to this play, or do you wait for your teammate to try and pinch on through? They're running out of time. 20 seconds left. And yeah, John Wick gets 1, but he's now by his lonesome. 1v2, and you have to defuse the bomb. It's looking very unlikely in this round so far. And now, with just 10 seconds left, this round is for sure over at this point. He gets a consolation kill, but the last player, Josh, smart play, will just run away and play the time. Good opening round here from Minnesota. And that was the bounce back they needed after that hard point. The tone setter in this offense. Yeah, my heart rate skyrocketed for other reasons, but it's definitely up there right now. It's definitely some good Call of Duty I'm seeing though. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. That was a great A-hit out of Minnesota. I mean, Megatron just pushing up mid for basically free. Nobody really watching it on the overextension. And another 4 A-hit so far from Cabal. Do these nades do any damage so far? We'll see. John Wick trying to do what Megatron did last round, but they're not going to give him anything. He's got to be careful here from nades. The car bombs can be in effect right now if the nades are over the top. And it looks like, and just as I say that, Bakes with a beautiful peach of a nade over the top is going to get 1. Josh watching his teammate over the garage, though. He's going to get his homeboy's trade, and now Trevor in a tough spot as Bakes is going to fall as well. 1v3 situation for Trevor. He gets the first one. Can he clutch up? Gets the second one. JT was behind him, so no miracle from Trevor here. Minnesota Divinity. They're going to strike again. That's going to be 2 in a row. And that's a good sign. I mean, this was their map pick, so I'm expecting them to come out and take this map. So let's see how much resistance they meet here. So far, it's been pretty smooth in both of these rounds. It did come down to a 1v1 in the last round, but it really wasn't, particularly close 1v1, I would like to say. It was almost a for sure win, regardless. But yeah, they've looked good so far on offense and defense. We'll see. Back on the offensive, if they elect to go A, this time they should have trophies to work with as well. And it looks like, oh, maybe they don't actually, not quite. JT, closest one to a trophy, he's going to earn it now. Looks like B is going to be on the cards. Nice shoulder from JT. He's going to get the info, but he's going to back on up and reposition as B is kind of wide open right now. Cryptic, nice route from him. He's going to get 1 on the pinch, so they're going to be trapped in B. Like sardines right now. No map positioning whatsoever. It's going to be tough for them to get out unless they get timing. JT does. And JT strikes. Cryptic taken down on the pinch, and that can give them a chance to back on up if they choose to now. It looks like bomb might be planted, and it will be. That's going to be Megatron planting the bomb. And Trevor with a nice stun over the top. He's going to secure one in transition. Might get a second one. Yeah, Megatron, where are you going, bud? Last alive, JT now. And he gets a second one. I don't even know how he won that one. Incredible plays from JT, but not enough. Cabal are going to strike back. And on the defense as well, you have to... On dealership, typically, you have to basically win your defenses. It's you know, not a good sign if you're not winning those. So it's good to see that Cabal not going to lose another one. Back and forth we go. See what kind of push that Cabal elects to do on the offense here. They do have trophies to work with, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see an A push, but it looks like it's going to be mid. John Wick getting stunned quickly off the rip here, as he's going to get taken down instantly. The stun connects, and that'll be it for him. But the rest of Cabal elect to go toward B. And so far, the bomb's going to be planted, but numbers favor Minnesota. What does the retake look like so far? Cryptic in a decent spot, but that door's going to open. And he's wide open to the world from the side, from the front. Can he get out? And he gets tagged low. And he should fall here. Megatron with a nice iron. The discipline from him shows through. But 2 fall in the feed. But just like that, JT answers in kind. JT having a great map so far. 6-1 start from him. Minnesota up to 3 now. And Cabal, yeah. I honestly, I didn't love that round that they chose to do there. They send 2 toward mid, and toward mid early on in this map can be incredibly hard to get through. The stuns over the top land as soon as you get to the doorway, and if the enemies are staring at that, you have 2 or possibly 3 different players ironing you off the rip. It can be incredibly hard to push. So if you do go mid on this map, you know, typically the most successful strategies toward mid are everybody going toward mid. From 2 from the stairs, 2 from the window. I would have liked to see maybe Cabal do something like that instead of just sending 2 toward the stairs. I mean, they just basically get a free kill, and then they're just down a man, and the retake is pretty simple at that point. So back on offense, Minnesota going toward A right now. Oh, this player in the vent, he doesn't see him. A team kill is going to come out, though. Unfortunate. Cryptic gets 1. And his teammate falls as well. Now just a 4v2 situation. Trevor, nice shots over the top's not going to claim that player, but the car bomb will. And now just Megatron left last alive. He will fall as well. A quick one from Cabal. And yeah, unfortunate team kill comes out. And that'll seal the round. I like the adjustment we saw from Cabal on the defense there as well. It looks like they are starting to stack this site. And you kind of need to do that off the break here. A is definitely not a site I feel like you can afford to give up in 4s off the rip at all. B, you can definitely retake a little bit. Actually, you can retake both, but I feel like B is a little bit easier to retake sometimes. It just depends, I guess. And back to A we go. A nice car bomb over the top, though, and, you know, I've been talking about that this whole series. Car bombs are incredibly annoying. Cryptic getting aggressive in Garage right now. He's going to have multiple players to contend with. Yes, he's going to get on the dodge, but he's going to turn his back to this player. Unfortunate from him is, had he held that angle a second longer, it could have been his, but nice win from Josh there. But he's going to lose a teammate in trade. 2v2 now. Trevor gets tagged up low here. The sub over the top is not going to seal the deal, but Trevor in a tough spot now, and he's going to fall. Now just down to Bakes, last alive right now. He's going to get tags in that one, but he has no idea where the second one is. Is he pinching him, or is he pushing the front? Bomb is down all the way in the opponent's spawn right now. Bakes, what do you have left? 35 seconds. Can you clutch this round? He's going to see the player, but the timing. Oh, he switches weapons at the worst possible moment. He's going to get double chowed as well. Minnesota Divinity up to 4 now. They only need 2 more to close it out. And a good answer back from them as well. Stringing a pair. Or excuse me, just stringing that round back. Now back on the offensive. Let's go on board with Megatron. He's having a kind of a quiet, silent 7-4 right now. He's having a good map, but I haven't really seen him other than that first round. Let's go bomb. Oh! Okay, well, I guess Caster's Curse. My bad, Megatron. He's going to get taken down by a team nade. And already 2 dead apiece in the feed. Quick round maybe on the cards for us. We'll see if Bakes can stay alive. He's getting overwhelmed by the pressure currently. Tribber going to be in the window. He slides on through. And now Bakes in a corner. Kind of making me tweak right now, but he's going to get horrible timing on this player. Crazy Native spots that player, gets a freebie. And now in the corner, a nice creddy from him. 2 in the feed and Divinity on map point. And they have a lot of rounds to play with here. We'll see if they come up with some interesting strategy on their next offense, or if we even reach that. They might just decide to close it out here. And I'm actually surprised to see them win that round, especially after Megatron got naded in mid and then team killed himself. Surprising that they came up with that round, but I mean, sometimes when you're comfortable on a map, it don't even matter how many mistakes you're making if your opponents are making more. Nades are coming over the top right now. A is on the cards for Cabal, but they think twice, and they're going to back on up quickly here. No presence from B quite yet either. But they're going to be rotating on through. And nobody here from Minnesota Divinity either, but they should be here soon. Shots are going to rain out, and that's going to be first blood for Bakes. He gets this player in the window. And John Wick in a kind of an interesting spot here. He needs to be careful. He has 2 players in front of him, 1 to the side. But look at this route from Trevor. I love this. He's behind the entire team right now. What kind of timing does he get? Looks like he's not going to find anybody. As 3 is taking an insanely deep route here. And JT gets a freebie. Yeah, nobody watching the window. That player just shows his back, and he's going to get punished. Now, Crazy Native for the 1v3. Can he make it? Actually, 1v4 if he was able to. But he will not. The Misfits are going to put a 3rd on the board. We'll see if the Misfits can keep this momentum up. They're going to need to win 3 in a row to close out this map. It's a tall task, but I've seen it done before. 5-3 curse can definitely be a thing. Now we'll see back on the offense what Minnesota Divinity have in store for us. I'm going back on board with Megatron. I want to see if he nades himself again. I'm just curious. Let's see if he can throw the nade top mid here this time. It looks like he's going to wait patiently, but all 4 toward mid. This is the strategy I was talking about a couple of rounds ago. Minnesota out in full effect with it. But first blood goes for Cabal right now. It's JT. Kind of in a tough spot right now, getting pre-aimed by Trevor. And in a corner, 9 HP. He's going to try and get out, and he will. I don't know how he's able to squeak on out with his life, but Megatron, on the pinch, is able to find the blood. That's going to equalize things, and Josh gets another one. Overchows from Cabal there. And they're going to get punished for it. Is Bakes going to read the pressure here? Looks like he will, but he has 3 players to contend with. He needs to get out, and he'll die now, all up to Trevor. 1v3 for the map. Can you pull a miracle here? Let's find out. That's a good start. First one down. 40 seconds to work with now. But he doesn't have any tacks. He would love to have a grenade right now to blow up any of those cars that are left. But it's going to have to be all gunny from here on out. He gets a second one. Rips the wig off of Josh. We'll see you next round. JT with the flank on through. What kind of timing does he get right now? As he's just playing this patiently. He thinks he's back square, but Trevor's already out by the bomb. And JT playing this smart. Just playing the bomb checks. Trevor going for the defuse, should get spotted here in a second. Maybe not, is JT not checking the bomb. Trevor, can you get the ninja defuse? And it looks like he will right in front of his face. Trevor with the absolute miracle of a round. An insane clutch out of your boy. Making me proud. And I mean, what a blunder from JT there. I know he's trying to play his life in the 1v1, but couldn't see the bomb. And he'll get ninja'd on. And that'll keep Cabal Misfits in the game. And I mean, after that, let's see what the momentum looks like from Cabal. I'm sure I would be hyped up if I were a player on his team after that one. Shots go through, tagged up. John Wick going to be on the bomb early. We'll see if he gets taken down off bomb. As JT already here in the vent, but he's not going to elect to push it. Doesn't want to throw his life away, so 4v4 on the retake. And Bakes in a really incredible spot to watch the overextension here. Let's see if these players spot him, and it looks like they will. He's going to be by himself. He has 2 players sliding at him, and he's going to get overwhelmed. Good start from Minnesota right now. But an even better hold from the pinch there, but Megatron gets a car to assist him in his endeavors, and that's now just down to Cryptic Cod. 1v2 situation. Make it a 1v1. He just has to play time now. You do not need to chow. I'm not sure why he's chowing, and it looks like he's going to die. Yeah. Question marks from me there from Cryptic Cod. As Josh clutches on up, and Minnesota are going to win the map despite the heroics from Trevor there. And an unfortunate end, really, for Cabal. You thought maybe they had a chance, and they definitely did there in that last round. You know, they just needed to play a little bit more time, and that would have went round 11, and then, who knows? But they will fall in map number 2. And it looks like we have a series on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. That was a close one. That was closer than I was expecting. I did expect Minnesota to come out with a victory, but, you know, the fashion in which it happened was closer than I anticipated. But, I mean, you know, I'm glad to see that we have a series on our hands, you know. Hopefully this goes the distance after we had to wait for a considerable amount of time, I'm not going to lie. You know, not to be selfish or anything, but, you know, as a caster, I want to see good Call of Duty. So the fact that that went to 10 rounds, you know, that's that shows me something. Let's take a look at the maps and modes for us after that one. Ultimate Burger Showdown Series. That's crazy, Don. Crazy, Calm. I shouldn't even read that out loud. That's how crazy that was. But it started off on Hacienda, a pretty convincing, comfortable lead for Cabal, but then in the dealership, SND, Minnesota, it was their map pick, and it was their map pick for a reason. They looked pretty comfortable on it. You said the clip of the car? Oh, word. Appreciate you, Ario. And now we're headed to Vault Control. Map number 3, the swing mode in the series. We'll see, you know, if that respawn, that slaying presence, that momentum that they had for Cabal is going to translate to the control. Vault's definitely kind of a mixy map where offense can be favored nowadays after the new spawn updates. We'll see if they can convert here. They've looked decent in the respawn game type. And really, even in that search, they started to show me glimpses toward the end. But we'll see if they're, you know, able to convert it or not. I would still probably give the edge to Cabal in the respawn. Their slaying has looked better. But, you know, Minnesota, they definitely stepped up in that map number 2. Anything is on the table at this point, as Vault Control can be a mixy one. We'll see if any of these guys can get a wave of kills. I mean, one wave of kills on Vault Control, and your round, and your round can be over. It's like that with a lot of different control game types, and hopefully next year we will see control go bye-bye. But for now, we're still playing it. We're still watching it. Yeah, you're on demon time. Oh, I know, Don. I thought you were going to be asleep for 12 hours the way you were talking earlier. But chat, I mean, predictions. Who do you guys think is going to win map number 3? Donnie, if you could, can you make a poll for me? Who's winning map number 3? I would appreciate it. As we're on board with Trevor for the Cabal. This guy was the hero in map number 2, but couldn't quite get it over the line. We'll see what he has in store for us. Overextending toward lights off the rip. As A is going to be heavily contested. Trades are on in. And already a 3-stack on the point, as they're going to get the first tick in quick fashion here already. Trevor going to be shooting these players in the back. It's one, and a second one will fall. So the wave already done. And the spawn trap is in. What kind of timing one gets, and it's not great. As John already spawn killing 2 in the feed for him. Can he make a third? That's a sub. Almost wins that. That would have been disgusting if he would have won that one. But Bakes is there for the trade. Bakes is still in enemy territory, but he will get sniffed out. JT Top Cat has some decent space to work with as well. The overextensions are in. And JT wins an important one. Now just Trevor left in the spawn. And this A-tick should be capped now at this point. Nobody can stop it from Cabal. Now B is on the cards. I want to see Cabal rotate towards B here. Make sure they have a defensive setup as Trevor. Oh, unfortunate sloppy shots, and he almost gets turned on. JT almost able to get that one, but Trevor does eventually win that one. And now Josh behind enemy lines, but doesn't have exactly the best gun for the gunfights, and he'll fall. But the minute extension is on through. So, Minnesota in their spawn right now. What can you do? Down some lives. But we'll see if they can get the clearance. JT sloppy shots, but he'll finally get that kill. And it's JT versus Trevor. Who can get world starred harder? You're seeing it here first. JT gets the second one as well, and that's going to be some map space cleared for now. Can he get the trade on his teammate? And he will, but he's getting flanked by Cryptic right now. But this is good potential momentum from Minnesota right now. I mean, Cabal kind of pinned back in their spawn. The stack could come through at any moment here. Josh, what do you have in answer as the rest of your teammates are falling around you? And the clearance is on end, so 12v8. 45 seconds to play with. This is probably going to come down to lives. We will see how fast or slow Minnesota elect to play this as Josh gets ripped on the heady. It's not a great start for him as JT tagged down to 6 HP. Skedaddles on out of there. And he will fall as well. Now just 5 lives left. Timer, almost irrelevant at this point. It's really just whether these players can stay alive on this push. 4v10, make it 3. As JT gets a trade, and he's going to stop the clock for now, but they only have 2 lives to work with. JT getting tagged from everywhere. No one really can help him at the moment. Nice throwback on that nade, but he's by his lonesome on point. He'll get taken down as well. Crazy native. What can you do? Nothing. Cabal shuts it down. So they're going to take round number 1. And what was a promising opening break from Minnesota there quickly turned into them. I mean, they did have opportunities. I shouldn't say quickly turned into them getting spawn trapped. It was for a little bit, but they were able to show some resilience, get out of their spawn, even get a wave or 2 of kills, and then get up the map, but they just weren't able to convert. I would have liked to maybe see, I think that was either JT or Josh. I think it was Josh in the spawn. Maybe play his life a little bit harder next time. Wait for his teammates to get up on the map a little bit closer, because he tried to get behind them and get some timing, but he just ended up falling instantly. If he plays his life a little bit more, and he spawns the players out, then who knows? We'll see if my prediction comes true. So far, Cabal looking good off the opening break. That's the first blood in store, but Josh is on the prowl, on the pinch, but he's already by himself. 4 members to contend with as well, as they're all shooting him. Trophy's gonna block that one, Josh. No can do. Now Minnesota back in their spawn quickly already. That's going to be 2 in the feed for them. And make it a 3rd, make it a 4th as JT, turning up, is going to save the 8 capture for now. Decent opening break for them to get. Megatron reads the pressure, but not quite in time. Another 3 dead for Cabal. They're looking good on this control so far. It's just Josh yet again trying to overextend, maybe leaving his teammates out to dry a little bit, but he does get 2, so that's going to equalize. But A is already gone. So now 2 minutes to play with. Cabal are looking poised to take this map. The way they're playing right now, John Wick with 3 in the feed as well. He's doing what he can to stay alive, but he will get dealt with. But they are on the point. It's going to be Bakes and Co. What can they do? Trevor behind him. Shot in the back. Nades over the top, but nobody from Minnesota close enough to deal with this pressure right now. Trevor kind of overextending there a little bit. I'd like to see him maybe play his life a little bit more there, as he is taken care of, but progress toward B is still in effect right now. Bakes doing what he can, but he gets turned on. Unfortunate. Can't win the gunfight there. Team shots are in. Bakes will fall. The ball's still up in life department and time. So not the end of the world. They lose some map positioning for now, but we'll see if they can get it back here as Cryptic. Oh my. Yeah, we can't be showing that on primetime TV. Turn your cameras off, boys. Bodies are being shot by absolutely everything and everyone as Cryptic gets a... Oh my god. Cryptic. I picked the right man to spectate right there. As 2 takes on B, making a 3rd one here in a second as the stack is in. Nobody can touch it in time. Off the back of Cryptic and some incredible 180s. Cabal are going to take round number 2. And I mean, that was a great play. Great plays from Cabal all around. We'll see if Minnesota has anything left in the tank. I mean, a pretty rough start from Crazy Native, 3-12. Looking to him to step up here in this round number 3 if they're going to have a chance. It's definitely possible on the offense. But we'll see what they have in store. Nade's going to hit down to 30 HP. He's going to be Crazy Native. As he's getting tagged. He'll live for now. He spots this player in bottom vault. As he's ironed for days. He's going to get taken down. Cryptic Cod is the man to do it. He's having a great map so far. 15-8 for him. JT reading the pressure on the overextension. He'll get his teammates trade, but he's going to get shot in the back instantly. And that'll allow Josh to spring to life, but he gets tags. No kill for now. And he's going to lose another one to Cryptic. Cryptic having an incredible map so far. 2 yet again for him. So he's going to spot this player on the overextension. He should get a freebie, and he will. Hipfire comes through. Hipfire is good. And now Minnesota Divinity. They still haven't got the tick of progress yet. And they're losing the slaying battle right now. Josh pushing up toward the feed. 2 in the feed for him. And he's going to live for now. That might stop the clock, as A should be on the cards for Minnesota. Trevor on the overextension toward Outer Palms right now. I believe he was spotted as well, but he's going to have a flank on the entire team. He gets one. Can he make it a second one? He's going to slide on through. No, he'll get taken down. And the trades are on through. And John Wick, the last man standing. Who would have guessed it? The Baba Yaga stands tall on the point. And JT gets taken down as well. But 2 ticks are in. They might be able to get the minute extension if they can stack this point. Bakes is not going to see him on the point right now. Josh doing what he can. Teammates all around him. And they're going to fall. But the pinch is on in. 10v14 minute extension does go through. John Wick, nice trigger discipline. Is going to get 1. And info toward the second player. See what Trevor has on the point. He's going to get taken down as well. I mean, Cryptic gets 1, but he gets ripped instantly. And that's going to be all dead. Except for number 8. That's going to be John Wick on the overextension. But this is great positioning for Minnesota to find. This could be the catalyst for them to win this round, but not if John Wick shoots you in the back. It's not gonna happen. Last alive is Josh, and no more respawns for Minnesota. And this is do or die at this point, quite literally. It's Josh just trying to live top art. He has an important one to win in front of him, but this is an unlikely task for them to come out with the victory right now. All of Cabal in incredibly ratty spots as 2's going to fall. His teammates around him. Josh, I mean, it's up to you and JT. What can you do? Can you pull a miracle right now? And Josh might have got some timing, but I mean, he has to play his life. I mean, there's only 30 seconds left as well. And JT falls. Yeah, 1v8. Good luck, Josh. No winning this one. Cabal Misfits, a comfortable 3-0 in that control. And my goodness, Chad, that was a quick one. I mean, John Wick, that last round, quite literally looking like Keanu Reeves. As Cabal are going to take map number 3 as well. In a dominant fashion. Even more dominant than that HP. And really, a team effort from the Cabal boys there. I mean, they looked good. They were all slaying out. And I mean, you know, a rough one, like I said, from Crazy Native. Looking to him in this map number 4 to step up to the plate and get some of these slays going. Because, yeah, he went through kind of the blender that map. Didn't have a great one. We'll see if he can turn it around. In map number 4, let's pull up our map set for y'all. Map number 4 is going to be the Rewind HP. I think I just hit my mic. Oopsies. Rewind HP is coming up next. And I mean, you know, if history serves us right, I mean, map number 1 went the way of Cabal pretty convincingly, except toward the end. The end is where Minnesota started to claw their way back, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. The way they looked in that map number 3 control in a dominant 3-0 fashion, it's not looking great for Minnesota. I'm not going to lie. I mean, we'll see if they are up to the task, but I mean, you know, Hacienda and Rewind are very similar, comparable maps in the way they're laid out. You know, rotations are everything on both of those maps, even more punishing probably on Rewind than Hacienda. And if we, you know, if memory serves me correct, Hacienda, it was all Cabal rotating early. The Misfits were doing everything they could to take routes and try and get out ahead of the rotations almost every time, it would seem. So I'm really looking at Minnesota. Can you rotate early? Can you take the routes that you need to try and secure your team's spawns, to try and get something going? Because that's what it's going to have to take, especially on that P3 and P4 rotation. That's going to be the most critical of the game. I'm looking at Minnesota. Can they step up? Can they hold? I appreciate you, Donnie. Map 4 also, yes, chat prediction. Map 4 predictions are up. If you guys want to vote in chat, it'll be up there. It's just channel points, nothing crazy. Just see if your team comes out with the dub. Also, appreciate the follow, Rubio. I saw that, but I was in the middle of it, so appreciate the follow, man. As we're gonna go on board with I don't know yet. Let's who do you guys want to go on board with? Let me think. I guess you guys aren't gonna see this before it starts, but I kind of want to go on board with Crazy Native just because he had a pretty rough map number 3. We'll see if he can step it up in map number 4 in the slaying department. If he can step it up, they can definitely come back. But you know, looking at him specifically, and really the whole of Minnesota Divinity to rotate as a unit and just hold the line. You know, cut spawners as well, but that requires you to get kills. So we'll see what the kills look like so far. Crazy Native getting shot through the wall already. Get some tags in, but he's going to fall early, and that's going to be 3 dead in the feed. Now just Megatron on the overextension, and he will fall as well. But that does flip the spawns. Cabal, a little bit over-aggressive, but it doesn't seem to matter as they're getting all the kills right now. Finally, a gunfight goes the way of Minnesota. But that's already 20 seconds off the clock. That does not go blue. Some kills finally coming through. But it might be a little bit too late for that as Cryptic gets one. And a second one falls in the feed as well. Cryptic sliding on through, get some tags in. The wallbangs aren't good, but the reach out isn't great. As Cryptic will stay alive. 3-0 start for him. Can't make it to 4th, though. As Bake's already back here in P2. And I mean, yeah, Cabal, they had the good side to start. They slayed out so hard, they flipped them out again, and then they killed them all off spawn and got the P2 spawns to flip as well. I can't even articulate what I'm trying to say, but I mean, they're just slaying out so hard. It doesn't even seem to matter what they're doing on the map. But finally, that's exactly the slays that Minnesota needed to get right there to try and break the spawn. This is much needed blue time for Divinity. And Trevor with some nice shots from him. He's going to get tags on the second player as well, and that's going to give Cryptic the go button, and Cryptic with a 2-piece in the feed is going to re-break the back of Divinity. And all this scrap time will go their way. Now it's really on rotation. Can Divinity hold this? They need to, if they're going to secure the spawns, but right now it's just number 1 in the back as the rest of his teammates are spawning out. Yeah, maybe not a great play to hit old there. It's really up to JT. What can he do? He gets a 1. That's a good start right now. Ego chows Trevor. Trevor's going to stand strong, and he'll win that one. Crazy Native gets a trade on 1, but can he stay alive? And he can't. Number 7 in the back, but he's going to die. So Minnesota Divinity, despite all the struggles so far, they do reclaim the spawns. But time will go red as, yeah, Crazy Native dying to the map. Not what you like to see. As this time it's Megatron having a tough start. The car bomb will secure the player in the hill. Nice 2-piece from him to find, so that should clear some space to move up. And Megatron with a 3rd one as well. He said slow start. Who? What'd you say? As he gets 4 in a row now. But time is still going red here. I mean, they do have the spawns. 4P4, but I mean, this is good time that Cabal is getting on this P3 hill. I mean, they're just soaking. It can all be nullified if a good P4 hold for Divinity comes through. We'll see if that's the case. As John Wick might have gotten a timing, and it looks like he might be able to shoot 2 players in the back here if he's careful. He gets the first one, second one right in front of him, but he's low HP, and he'll get it anyway. It doesn't matter. And it looks like, oh yeah, game audio is on. Okay, cool. Yeah, audio's fine. No, you guys made me tweak. I thought the game audio was off. Yeah, audio's good for me. You might have to turn it up a little bit. It is down lower in the mix a little bit. But so far, so good for Cabal off a, a god route from John Wicked. I mean, he got basically through scot-free, got the craziest of timings. Shoots 2 players in the back, and that'll net them the rest of this P4 time. Maybe here. A late break is on in, though. But it's going to last for about a microsecond. As Cabal shut that down. No problem. But P5 is where we're currently on. So we'll see what the break looks like for Cabal. Can Divinity hold? That's really been their struggle so far. They've had setups, but just haven't been able to get the kills. It looks like an insta-break is on the cards. Josh doing what he can. Pistol out, gets a double. But shot in the back instantly. This is probably the most contested hill in the entire game. And for good reason, as you see why. It is chaos in the hill. Nice team shots from mid right there. That's going to be 3 dead. Just JT last alive. He gets 1. Body's being shot, but when you're down double the amount of points that you have, bodies being shot is the least of Cabal's worries right now. JT gets 1. No, not quite. He's not able to finish that player off. Pause. As native. Excuse me, not native. What am I saying? That is native. I don't even know. The pause got me. Josh shoots player in the back, and they will flip on spawns for P1. But it doesn't seem to matter what Cabal do right now. Everything seems to be right. They're doing what they can to try and hold these spawns. Megatron in the back. He's trying to live, but he can't seem to stay alive. He gets shot in the back instantly, and everybody I go to on Minnesota has just been insta-dying. Crazy native gets taken down as well, trying to contest the hill. He will fall for absolutely free. Is Cabal doing a great job holding P1 time, as also just continuing to anchor these spawns for P2. They've done a great job in the Hacienda, as well as this map. Timing found by native, but he gets turned on. Oh no! Trevor! He didn't need to do you like that, and I apologize. I wasn't familiar with your game, Trevor. It looks like the blender is in full effect right now. I mean, Trevor and co. watching over each other from top mid right now. And that's 4 dead yet again for Minnesota. Now the 100-point lead has been eclipsed. Cabal have looked great in the HP, really the respawn game modes in general. They're going to be holding the first 30 pretty much flawlessly so far. You know, despite the best efforts from Divinity to try and come back in this game and take some routes, just the slaying has not been there. As Cryptic gets insane timing. Wow. The slide goes through and he'll collect on the freebie. Cryptic gets 1 in the feet as well. His teammates watching over his back. I mean, just left to Josh, and he will fall as well. And that is the perfect opportunity, the perfect time to break. If you're Cabal, all of Minnesota Divinity are going to spawn out, except for Josh in the back, but he is swiftly taken care of. Bakes watching the overextension, and this is looking over. Somebody pulled a plug on this match. Minnesota look absolutely shook in this one so far, as Cryptic's just frying in the feed. Gets 3 from the front with the SMG. Nobody even touching him so far. He's immortal on the point, sliding. Hasn't even got hit with a bullet yet, and finally, a stray nade will take him down, but 20 seconds is all Cabal needs right now, and they have the perfect setup to do so. Trevor even ego-chowing over the top. As finally, maybe a break will come on through, but the Hellstorm is the only thing is going to kill Bakes right now. As everybody from Cabal just absolutely ripping and rolling on this point. They have the spawns for new as well. 10 seconds, it's all it's going to take. Can Minnesota do anything at this point? They're just stuck so far back into their spawn. P4 time being soaked, and I mean, Number one trying to get to the point right now, but he can't seem to get anything going. Finally, 2 in the feed. Trevor last alive. And finally, with 1 second left, quite literally, Minnesota break on in. And surely this is just a formality at this point. I mean, Minnesota, they would have to be perfect to hold this. We'll see if they can hold off the onslaught of blue, but it's not going to happen. Cabal, break on in. And that's going to be map number 4 in dominant fashion. Cabal Misfits are going to take it 250 to 9,200 point clubbed as well. And ladies and gentlemen, that was a statement map ender, series ender right there from Cabal. GG's to them. And I mean, not a whole lot to say about that series. Just the slaying difference was definitely evident. I mean, Trevor had a great one as well as John Wick. 30 bombs for both of them. I mean, congrats to both of the teams, or excuse me, congrats to Cabal. I mean, GG's to both of the teams is what I meant to say. But I mean, yeah, that was a good one. I mean, at least the SND was relatively competitive, and even the first map was sort of competitive. But you know, after map number 2, I mean, it just seemed like Cabal just hit a new gear. They were able to slay emphatically, and you know, it showed. 3-0 in the control and a dominant performance in that hard point. GG's to them. We'll take one final look at how the series played out before we head on out of here. 250-186 map number 1. You know, Divinity started to get some momentum toward the end of it, but then the SND was all theirs. You know, despite Trevor's best efforts, they win that one. It was their map pick, and for good reason. But then after that, I mean, 3-0 and 250 to 92 in map number 4 rewind. A statement way to end the series. My God. GG's to the Cabal Misfits as they're going to take that one. I believe both these teams are still, that was their first match. So 1-0, 0-1 now for the teams respectively. And that's going to do it for me, guys. Appreciate, you know, everybody coming out in the chat, all the follows. Appreciate you, Donnie, for putting up the polls too. W Mod Don. Appreciate you, man. Oops, I don't even have my cam on. I'm giving thumbs up. W Mod Don. Appreciate you guys coming out. And yeah, that's gonna do it for me. I will be back tomorrow on the EWG, the mainstream. We're gonna have the EWG LAN tomorrow and Sunday. So you know, check out the stream then. We should be having matches all day. A bunch of different casters. You know, me, Trevor, I think Deform, Graph. I think Nick's casting as well. I don't Jay. There's a bunch of people casting tomorrow, but we should have some good matches there. Make sure to tune into that. But yeah, guys, that's going to be doing it. That's going to be it for me tonight. Just one match for me tonight. No more. I got to save my voice for tomorrow. So, yeah, I appreciate you guys. Yeah, Trevor, GG's, man. That was a fun one. I'll hop in with a call if you want after the broadcast's over and just, you know, glaze you. But, yeah, it should be a good one, guys. You know, tune into that. And yeah, until tomorrow, guys, I will be out. I appreciate you guys and I'll see you.